Alrighty, welcome back to another episode of Casual Play, Casual Help, episode 31. And in the last episode, we lost by 1. And the enemy team's Thoth thought that he was hot shit and started spam laughing. But today, well, in this episode, it's a new god, new match. In today's episode, we are looking at Chiron, the great teacher. He is a hunter and off skins, as always, standard, palette swap, Sagittarius, palette swap with additional features, Cavalier, Headless Horror, which is one of my favorites besides Hellrider, because he is literally a practically like the Headless Horseman, but
probability indicates triumph.
Centurion, which is kind of like a mechanoid type thing, cyborg.
Your worst nightmare.
Hellrider, which I like, which reminded me of my brother back when he used to play this of Nightmare from Soul Calibur.
Oh, sure.
Constable Moosejaw, if you're a Canadian, because he's a moose,
Happy
eh?
holidays to you.
Sleigh Bells, he's a reindeer in Christmas.
Who do I need to spank?
Fabulous, if you're of the homosexual community. Don't even get offended by that. He's practically wearing your colors of rainbow. Anywho, off to abilities. Training exercise is a AoE damaging ability, and if one of your allies is within it, they are crowd control immune for 0.3 milliseconds. But the thing is that it acts like a quick cleanse. Like if they're stunned, you can put it on them and it'll erase the stun. And it also applies target mark, which is his second ability. Goes into a second ability, Masterful Shot, because passively you mark your enemies with. Well, hold up. Let me back up. With every basic attack, you apply a mark on them. And Training Exercise and Centurious also apply the mark. And those with the mark have their physical protections reduced by 5%, and by activating the ability, you shoot a volley of arrows, which does damage and slows. Which is where Crusher is going to come in, even though he's technically not a... No, he could be ability space, but besides the point. Then there's Giddy Up, which is his movement ability, and unlike most movement abilities, you can actually basic attack while you're charging. And his ultimate Centurious, he transforms into a constellation, and you fire 3 long distancing shots that pass through enemies and walls and structures, and it's pretty cool to see. And also, if you activate your ultimate and reach 0, if you kill somebody in that state, you regain health equal to the damage that was dealt. So it's kind of almost like a quote unquote panic ultimate. But if you're lucky enough to kill somebody, then it works as a revive. Anyway, his passive, Herbal Medicine, every 12 seconds you collects an herb, and anytime that you use an ability, a person with the lowest amount of health around you gets it. They get healing, plus 5 per their god level, and also gives them physical and magical power, which I think they just added, like in a previous patch, because that wasn't there beforehand. That it was just the healing part. But I have been known to be wrong. So, what on earth is this? When'd they put this in? I guess it had to be yesterday with that patch. Look at this thing. That's amazing. Has the Tootsie Roll Pop thing with the little chocolate thing in the center. It's got the sugar cookie shield. wearing a tuxedo. Yeah, this is a good Valentine's Day type skin, but it's not Valentine's Day. I mean, Halloween was like 3 days ago. And if you live in corporate America, Halloween stuff was already being shoved in our faces even before Halloween was over. I mean, I get like the day after Halloween when Christmas comes into full swing, but I mean, seriously, we have Thanksgiving right in between Christmas. It's not fair for Thanksgiving just to be shoved in there and shoved away and forgot about. I mean, come on, think of the children.
Your worst nightmare.
And out of the hunters, besides Heimdall, Chiron is one of my favorites to play. It's mainly just because it's a very simple hunter to play. Like, most of his abilities are straightforward. What I don't like about Chiron is his 2, where he shoots the volley of arrows. It's much like Zeus's detonate charge, where it's quote-unquote instantaneous, but the thing that ruffles my feathers is that it's unmissable. So it's basically not a quote-unquote skill shot as many other smite abilities are. And as you can see in the middle with Umoja, that guy was on our team last game. At least I think it's the same guy. Has the same skin. Didn't really get a good look at the mastery because I was looking at the enemy team to spot out stuff to keep a lookout for, which I shall do again. Mulan, her bow and arrow to stun you and bring you closer to her and her allies. Iset with her crowd control abilities of stunning and silence. Umoja, same thing, except for the silence being slow. Izanami with her high damage, and also slow with one of her abilities, and Mercury just being very up in your face. And with this hunter, we'll be going Bluestone Pendant for additional damage from abilities. Because you'd be surprised, like, just the extra little tick of damage, that, especially from shooting a masterful shot, really puts people over the edge of death and secures you the kill. My first ability, training exercise, is gonna come. It's gonna come in handy with Iset and her crowd control.
That's not call attention to
I really don't have to worry that much. And Ymir miss again.
Retreat! Retreat!
Oh good, it was hell. He didn't have purification beads. I don't take too kindly to warriors and guardians that have Aegis or purification. No! Ah, triple ulted, come on. I mean, seriously, I'm a hunter. I don't have that much protection. And also, it's kind of good if you have somebody marked with masterful shot. If they're getting away from you, but they're not necessarily close to death, to fire it off anyway, because it does slow them. So it might give you a chance to catch up.
An enemy is
Nice
down.
job, Hell.
Forward, my creation. I'll come and go with
Damn it, Ymir, you blew your load too early.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh man, she got... It's time for me to make my exit. Odysseus bow, Chiron Crusher. Time to be getting jungle buffs again. Alright.
An enemy has been slain. Sorry.
Take this jungle buff.
Wow, I'm already that close to getting Crusher.
Be right back.
Now it's time to go get it.
Perfect for countless slaying.
Your strength has grown.
Hot damn.
Cowabunga! An enemy is down. Out of mana.
Fail. I kind of want to see if Smite can get a Sonic skin for Mercury.
An enemy has
Son
been
of a
slain.
bitch. Well, at least we still got somebody.
Retreat.
See, this is exactly why we can't always rush. Because we have things called mana.
should inflict lots of pain.
Here I come, rougher than the rest of them.
Our allies are folding left and right.
If only I had my ultimate. And also if Yamoja wasn't there.
They know how to kick some shell.
Thanks, Hal.
Now you will. Better be I will protect you.
Son of a bitch. And she still survived that, probably because of Yamoja. What? Nope.
An enemy is down.
That wasn't Iset, that was Izanami. Whoopsie. What the fuck was that? Uh-oh.
Thanks.
Was that the best they could do?
Alright.
Double whammy. 3 little birdies with 1 stone.
And that's why I say that masterful shot is so stupid. Because I just pulled that out of a fucking hat.
Out of mana.
Just go pew and then you're dead.
Take this jungle buff.
Your strength has grown.
Cleanse, start Bloodforge, and I might swap
An enemy
swap
has been
out
slain.
Wind Demon for
They know how
Heartseeker.
to kick some shell.
That extra penetration for
Your strength has grown.
my abilities. Plus the big boost in power will help my basic attack damage.
Forward, my creation. To battle, my children.
An ally has been slain.
I'm sorry, buddy.
I will protect you. Rushing onwards.
Ow.
This should inflict lots of pain.
Indeed it won't, because it's not a fully upgraded item. Let's see.
Eternal power.
That was spicy.
Cowabunga! An enemy is down. 2 for the price of 1.
Hell.
You fought hard. Man, I hope my brothers are okay.
No. I refuse.
We should probably check on them.
I vote that we don't and say that we did.
Perfect for countless slaying.
You know, the classic. My cabbages! Oh, that was such a good show. And in an honest confession, I really was excited to see the movie, but then of course it was complete and utter trash. I mean, it wasn't the storytelling. It was the acting and also the constant mispronunciation of everyone's name. It was completely ridiculous. I mean, I could get over the whole thing of the Fire Nation not being able to create their own fire, but having to use conduits. But then, of course, M. Night Shyamalan being the quote-unquote master of twists, it's like, oh hey, they could actually do that this entire time, but you just have to get very specific type of angry, you know, plot device. I just don't understand things sometimes. And that's okay. What are you people doing all the way over there? Uh-oh. I'm leaving. Ron, I'm leaving.
Our allies are falling left and right. Wow,
Yay.
you are leadership material. An ally has been slain. Double whammy.
This
All
I have to say
right.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Leonardo. That means absolutely nothing to me because you are a fictional character within a fictional game. Got a bunch of gods that don't exist. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Going a bit too far down the rabbit hole. Get
perfect for
Deathbringer,
countless
then
slaying.
swap out Bluestone with Heartseeker.
Let's not call attention to ourselves.
I mean, even though that you don't want to draw attention to yourself, you still draw attention to yourself by entering into a literal fog wall. I mean, into a literal fog. Oh, that wasn't enough. Son of a bitch. Oh, what the?
Cowabunga! An enemy is
Alrighty.
down.
Forward, my creation!
Although I might not be able to get Heartseeker. Probably gonna have to go for the upgraded version of Bluestone Pendant. Which does what I need it to do. More damage. Oh, I didn't get Mercury with that.
Man, I hope my brothers are okay.
Time to make... Uh-oh.
I see
Son
there's
of a
no
bitch.
match for cold steel.
I didn't think he was that close. And I'm gonna call it...
Has grown.
Yeah, Bluestone Brooch. No.
We should probably check on them.
Minions have reached your portal.
And also her silencing ability also slows. Unfortunate to know.
rallied.
Now let's CC immune, bitch.
They
Alright.
know how to kick some shell.
Tsukiyomi, what are you doing?
An ally has been slain.
Going over here for my damage buff. 1,000? Wow.
A ninja
Yay,
always
thank
uses
you,
whatever
crit.
tools they have at their disposal.
Alrighty. Anyway, as always, hope you learned something from this, and I'll see you on the next one.